else you know you'll be on time anyway. Yo, what's up? What's up? So I had to get some food. What's up, though? What up with it? 2:15. Some food, man. I should take my water and this shit. What's up? They say I got some viewers. Say what's up, man. Don't be weird shit. I put food on real quick. Drop that shit everywhere. Should not be in a container. Let's start a poll. rubbing right now, boy. But let me know y'all answer in the comments though. Me personally, I think the most versatile is the 308. I think number 2 is the 556. What y'all think? And versatility is based on a lot of shit, a lot of different stuff. I wonder if you can get AI to make you copyright free music. Or will AI have a copyright on it? AI music. What's up, what's up? You talking about that right there? That is a Monstrum 1 to 6. Monstrum Tactical 1 to 6. Very nice. Not the clearest, because I've shot clear glass, but it was 150 bucks. I think well worth its price range. And I'm just getting into long distance shooting, so you know, it's a good starter package. Starter kit. Worth the money though. I've shot it out to 3 something so far. It can see out a lot longer, but I haven't even leveled the scope or none of that, but it's zeroed and shit like that. I'm probably only about 200 rounds in with this rifle total, but it does hold 0, and the red dot on top is a Zelsi red dot. It was only 100 bucks, and it impressed the shit out of me. It holds 0 for sure. But yeah, the red dot and the scope hold 0 so far. But like I said, this is my SPR, my dedicated long distance rifle. So it's probably not gonna see a big round count. It's only 200 rounds in, and all of those 200 rounds are like probably 60 of those was like range ammo. The rest was like OTM and Bowtail hollow point ammo. Digital optics. So actually my first time shooting long distance was with a digital optic. It was like one that calculates, like one of the ones with like the built-in ballistic finders and stuff. I was at this shooting match Friday Night Steel, and this guy had it. He was like, I bet you can hit this first shot. And it was like at 600 yards or something. I was like, no way, I've never shot long distance before in my life. And the scope told me, it was like ready. And it was like, it zeroed in and it told me to hold to where the, basically the reticle shifted to. And I held there and it hit, first hit. And it was center mass too. But the guy told me that scope cost like 10,000, so I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be buying that. But yeah, Monstrum went pretty good so far. The only other experience I've had with them is with their, I got a red dot or a flashlight M-lock mount from them. It was pretty good. That's actually how I found out about them. Then I looked them up, and 704 Tactical's video on their prisms came up. Now the prisms I've heard mixed reviews on. I don't have no experience with those. I don't know if I will. guess I'll be pissed if my prism doesn't stops working or whatever because I got stigmatism. Not even suppressed. Well, I'm still waiting on my tax stamp, so ain't nothing to do about that right now. Well, yeah, I want to invest in one of those digital night vision scopes, like thermal and night vision, kind of like how the Holosun one is, but like maybe just thermal or maybe just night vision. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I'm a good 13K in on this right here. Yeah, 10K. And that was like probably 7 years ago, so I was like, yeah. Right now it's probably like 13, 14. Easy. But I'm getting into long distance shooting. That's why I put this pole up, because I'm getting into 308, and I think arguably the 308 is like the most versatile caliber you can have. Arguably. No, these are both not PSA rifles. Yeah, it depends on the caliber, but they're kind of going up in price. I hate to say it, but I think it'd be cheaper to like get a build kit and just buy your own blower. But yeah, it depends. So this is really, let me bring y'all closer to me so I can read these comments a little better. All right. Geisley. Yeah, I know what you meant. Waiting on my shit fried manufacturing to install, but I'm wondering if I should have bought an airsoft one instead. Yeah, I've had luck with, this is the airsoft version of the PEC, or the, what's it called, the C1, the Mall C1 Plus, and it's held zero, but it was hard to zero it, like the knobs are shit. But once I got the laser on there, it's on there, so that's a good thing. But it was hard as fuck to get it zero. But I got a real one, and it was fine. They're not really that much different, to be honest, other than the adjustments. Adjustments are way harder on this one. But yeah, PSA rifles, they can range depending on the caliber. Like I said, this isn't a regular PSA rifle, neither is this. This is PSA upper, but I changed out the barrel. And this is PSA Jackal, but this upper alone is 800, so. Yeah, if you want a nice quality AR, the Jackal takes everything good out of the AR, except you get to hold your stock while you're shooting. All you gotta do is buy that upper and the adapter. It's gonna be like 900 though, but worth it in my opinion. I got a whole playlist on the Jackal. Yeah, the zeroing lasers is a pain in the ass. Yeah, PSA got a crank. I think they got a 5.56 and a 300 blackout crank, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they would do that. I mean, PSA don't sell to consumers, so that'll probably be. If somebody gave it up at the pawn shop, probably like a good 350 maybe, depending on how much they're trying to wax. Because they probably bought it for like 3, so they're probably gonna sell it for like 354 at least. They pawn shops aren't stupid. They know the MSRP of stuff before they sell it. Arsenal crinks are nice, but they're expensive. And they're hard to come by now. Makes me regret not buying one when they were like 500 bucks. You could build one super cheap. Yeah, cheap. Build an AK cheap? Man, I know how much that equipment costs to build that. That's not cheap. Man, I'm dropping so much food today. I think I know my floor is clean. Alright, man. Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, and that's if you can even find them. You'd be better off just buying the parts and making it yourself, because I can't find no parts kits that are decently. Either they're not in stock or they're in stock because they're fucking crap. So I've been looking and investing in making a couple myself, to be honest. Like getting a hydraulic press, getting a drill press, and everything like that. Getting some 80%ers. I'm just doing it myself, thugging it out, you know what I mean? But I got a cheaper and better solution I'm working on right now. Hopefully, the video series on it will be done by the end of next month, but I'm working on the AK-12 right now. But it's not the AK-12 you're thinking about. It's gonna be cold, I ain't gonna lie. Probably it's like an American AK-12. But like I've been seeing AK barrels for like $100, but they don't have no gas port drilled into it. They don't have the barrel pin notch drilled into it or nothing. So I'm actually looking at doing, Jesse, if you're asking what caliber AK I'm working on or what I plan on working on, I'm gonna be doing both 5.56 and AK. I mean, and 7.62. Or decent rifle, you think? Have rails like out there for it. You could change out the rails pretty easily. And if that's your only gripe, I think PSA has rails for like $100. It comes with the barrel nut and the shims and everything. You can literally buy any upper and change out the rail, and that like ups the quality to me. But me personally, I like accuracy more, so I'd probably change out the barrel before the rail. But I'd probably do both at the same time. For like 300. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, my AK-12. So, okay, I'm not gonna give away too much of the sauce, but listen, so I'm so excited for this. This AK-12 is actually gonna take AK magazines. It's gonna be 5.56, not 5.45. It's gonna take AK-12 magazines. It's gonna take, I can't really say it on YouTube, but it's gonna be we'll say a smaller 45 round magazine. Can't give away the sauce too much, I mean. But it's gonna take the best of AR, best of AK, mix it together. Non-recip charging handle, adjustable gas, monolithic rail, so one piece total, and ACR stock. And it's gonna come suppressor ready out of the box. That I think that's all. Oh, and it's gonna be super safe. Yes, three position ready. But I mean, I'm gonna be the manufacturer, so it's not gonna be a product that's coming out, but it's gonna be a video that I'm gonna, I'm gonna walk out through the series as I go along with it and everything. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As soon as I get everything in, or as soon as I get the first part, I'm gonna start up the series, and I'm gonna show y'all like the pictures that inspired me, because this is a project that I've wanted to do for probably 10 years now. Now that I actually have the money and the resources and everything, the time to do it, y'all gonna see. But yeah, taking the best of the AK and the AR and mashing it together into the AK-12. What the AK-12 should have been, in my opinion. And if y'all want to, y'all can duplicate this project very simply. Very simply. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't give away too much because, I want y'all to tune into my videos. Be anywhere near Nevada. Oh shit, load of arsenals. No, I'm in Ohio actually. I wish I was in Nevada. Y'all be shooting in the desert. That shit looks fucking nice. But yeah, 300, buy it, then sell it to my girl for 600. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. In my state, Ohio, we can do private sales like that. Like, if I wanted to, and I've done it with magazines, never done it with a gun, but I remember I had a drum magazine that I sold this guy. It was like a $30 KCI mag, and I told him, I was like, yeah, man, this mag goes for like $70, $80. I was like, just give me 50. And he was like, man, I'll give you 80 right now. I'm like, here you go. Like, it was a piece of junk. I never used it for real. I think I used it in one video, maybe two. With my experience though, clear mags never really worked like that well. So I got rid of that thing. But now that the TRFs are, if you know what I'm saying, I can't say it on YouTube, but for the Glocks are readily available, I'm definitely going to be revisiting the drum. That's all I'm going to say about that. We have a partnership with them, but no one wants to make them because of the price. Partnership with Arsenal? I bought an Arsenal folder several years ago only wow, 6.5 Creed. 6.5 is coming up, but I think the price limits it, and there's not a lot of manufacturers making it, not as much as 308, and it doesn't have as many offerings, so like as many different types of bullets. I would say 6.5 has the, if we're talking about the prompt, hold on, let me move it a little bit. We're talking about the prompt. 6.5 is not that versatile. It's not that versatile. Not versatile like the 308 or even the 5.56, because 5.56 you can take it out to 1,000 and you can still shoot it really close up. But you can still with the 308, but the 308 is up to 100 yards. It's definitely gonna take a chunk out of you. But 6.5 doesn't really have. I haven't seen any range 6.5 ammo. I've always seen like the super accurate stuff. What's your line? They have a giant wall of kinks, crinks, and AKs. Pretty ridiculously aggressive. Much break, semi 12 gauge. Nice. Yeah, man, I think yeah, well, that kind of sucks. Ohio, we're pretty free in that aspect. But it took some pressure to our governor, DeWine. His ass was, it took him like 6 years to pass constitutional concealed carry. I'm just hoping they don't ban suppressors on January 1st. Once the law passes, like they don't federally like ban them in my state or some shit. That's why I already got my shit filed. I'm like, I ain't waiting. I'm not waiting. Fuck that. I do got something that I'm gonna make that. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Venture ammunition is super safe to drop. Dropping is for 150. A lot. You said Venture Munitions. There's a super safety. I'm gonna have to check that out because I've been looking for a decent FRT drop-in for a decent price that's actually reliable, that works. And I'm actually working on one with one of my friends that I met on YouTube. We're working on a universal drop-in FRT for any platform. All you have to do is change out one small part, and the part is probably going to be like 30, maybe 40 bucks. But you basically just unscrew it out of your trigger pack, lift it up, put in the insert, screw that in, boom, and it'll work. And it's drop in, so it'll work with jackals, scars, ACRs, SIG spears, anything that takes an AR. We're figuring out a way to make it work with it, and it's just gonna be drop in. So no extra parts, no levers, no screws, no permanent modifications at all. I think that'll be dope once we get that to market. But it's definitely taking some time for the TNE for sure. What boat carrier review? So this one is it's just a PSA Jaguar. It's proprietary, but this one, I think I got the sand cutter from, I'm not remembering, I want to say BCM. I don't remember. It's the sand cutter bolt in there though. And then the barrel is from Faxon Firearms. Like I said, I changed this out. This is a 16-inch, not that one. This one. It's a 16-inch barrel that I changed out and swapped for their like duty, but it's like stainless and beefy. It's a really unique profile, but I like it. I've been able to get hits with this out to 600 so far. So no, I actually have binary on my AK right now. I'm waiting for the 3 position because I like my semi. I don't really want to go super safe all the time. That's why I'm doing this AK-12 project, how I'm doing it, because it has 3 positions and not just 2. But as soon as they come out with the 3 position super safety for the AK, I'll try it out. But I spent 500 on my binary for my AK, so definitely gonna get my freaking money's worth for sure. And in the AK it's in right now, I did have to permanently modify it, so it can't really use anything else right now. Probably could change that if I wanted to, but I don't want to currently. So yeah, but I got several videos on my channel of me going binary on there. I got a whole series, Why I AK. And I want to check that out to see my mods and stuff. I got like 3 different setups on there with my AK, my Impact 92. So, what's up, Speedy? What's up, Jason? Blah blah blah. Pinwheel suppressors on the AR pistol. Yeah, that's only if you got a 14.5 or a 13.9 or something. I'm aware though. But yeah. So I'd have to have a pretty long break on my Impact to do that, so I just put this break on it. Because it's only 10.5 inches, so I would need, you know, what, 14, or not 14, 4.5 inches of barrel of muzzle brake. And I've seen they have some, but they're like that long. I might as well pin and weld a damn suppressor on the end of it. Which isn't actually a bad idea, to be honest. Because I've seen the, what's that one that's specifically designed for the, not the Zenico, the suppressor that's specifically designed for it. It'll hit me. I like Sharps for Mercury and Roscoe barrels. Yeah, Roscoe is pretty nice, but Faxon is actually really close to me because I'm in Ohio, so I chose Faxon. I want to support local stuff more. I don't know where Roscoe is, but I want to try a Roscoe barrel for my AK project. They have a really nice 760x39 barrel that I want to try for my next AK AR project. It's gonna be like I'm trying to build an AR that can compete with my AK pistol, but it's gonna be chambered in 7.62, and it's gonna take AK mags. So I'm gonna try that project. I don't know what I'm gonna call that project. Probably just the ARP or ARP. AR Draco, I don't know. What would be a good name for that project, y'all? I'm running Fail Zero H2. Yeah, I heard the H2 and the H3 is like kind of required for the Super Safe, which is cool. But the platform I'm going to be running it in for my AK-12 project, I have tunable gas. You think that will still work? Because it doesn't really have like tunable buffer weights or nothing like that, because it doesn't take a buffer. So I'm curious how that'll work. If not, I mean, I can always put in a regular trigger, or I can just do semi. Beautiful thing about Super Safety. But I want to make it truly AK-12 like similar. I don't want to do a clone because it'll never be a clone, I don't think. It's so hard to clone AK-12, man. I think I can do that. Let me see. 18-inch barrels and 700 it's so hateful downrange. Yeah, I know for sure. That's why I like it. That's why I like it. And I'm doing a accuracy test on my most recent project, the 308 Jackal. And I've got some ELDM that I'm going to be running through. Some ELDM, some open tip match, some gold medal match, some bowtail hollow point, some bowtail, and then I got like some crazy bear hunting ammo. It's like 168, and then I have some 179 grain. And I want to try it. It's 178 or 79 grain. I want to try that because they say the heavier it is, the better it should shoot. Yeah. I've been wanting to try the BRN clone, not the BRN 180. I wanted to try that too at some point in my life. The HK 416 clone, the BRN 4 or whatever they're calling it. Aim, common roller delays. Suppression is difficult. Ejection is violent. Yeah, true. Toss up between 12 gauge 9mm 5.56. So I think below average Utah. I'll just call it Utah. I actually think that the most versatile. This is arguably, to me, the 308 and the 5.56. Now let me explain. Let me explain why. Because the 308 has more offerings of different types of bullet. It has like 209, 208, 209, somewhere in that range of different types of bullets that are offered, like different grain rates, different mixes of like, you know, polymer, soft point, whatever. It does have the most offerings out of any caliber. And then 5.56 is second. Just because everybody makes it, it's always going to be a surplus in my opinion. Even during COVID, they still had it. It was just expensive as shit. And I think the 308 would probably be more like better to have in one of those type of situations because it's already costing so much. So I think the price will kind of stay the same. It only went up like a little bit during COVID, to my knowledge. 5.56 skyrocketed though. 9mm skyrocketed. 223 skyrocketed. Even 22 skyrocketed. So, but 12 gauge is a contender for sure. I would say they're probably number 3. 12, 20 gauge, because they have a lot of loads, a lot of offerings for sure. Johns, I pick up 12 gauge 308, possibly 9 or 40. I like 9 more than 40, but 40 is like, to me, my opinion, 40 is more designed for 1911. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. Hold on. All right, that's a little better. 357 is versatile as well. Cowboy Rich 5.56 and 9mm. Yeah. And I would think in other countries it's probably a different answer because other countries probably have some crazy, like Russia probably has some crazy 7.62 offerings, you know, like, but I would say in America definitely 5.56 is definitely top 3. But I would argue 308 is definitely up there just because you got, you know, hunting calibers, range calibers, soft points, hollow points, open tip, boat tail, match, and you have all of those in 308. They do have them in 5.56, yeah, but 308, they have some that are designated to hit closer, like hunting and stuff like that, and then they have some that are designated like like ELDM to hit like way farther, punching power like out of this world. Let's see. Do I have a problem with lighter or am I just hiding my face? No, I'm just hiding my face. I've showed my face before though. But yeah, I just like the mask. No one cared before I put on the mask. Yeah, the toys behind you. This is my Jackal airsoft toy. This is my SPR airsoft toy. So because I ordered a Keltec Sub 2003, thought I ordered a 9mm. I'm going 5.7. Oof. Rip your wallet, man. Rip your wallet. Just a little hiking back over. Yeah. It does. I've seen those. They do look cool. I want to try out that Keltec, that takes those P90 mags. And I seen that Stuffing Things came out with a lower for them too. See, I'm a tinkerer. I'm an engineer, so I love upgrading and building shit up. Like, I love taking something that's a piece of shit and upgrading it until it's like a dime a dozen. Like, I love the transformation, and I love putting the time and the work in, and finding out what makes it tweak and malfunctions, fixing stuff like that. So I like doing stuff like that. Like, I like seeing a piece of shit done. I'll be like, man, I can make that work. I've tried to do it with a high point. I've done it with a high point, actually. I've made a high point run flawlessly. And, yeah, I think I ended up putting like $300 into a freaking $200 gun. So I put more into it than it was worth, but story of my life. God bless you, Jesus Christ. Name your love, all of you. Thanks, man. Hey, Ray, you mind if I pin your comment? Jesus does love all of us, man. Like the Kimber 1911. Yeah. Build me an arm, bro. I wish I could. I'm not really good at, what's that called? Not pyrotechnics. What's it called? I forgot what limbs is called. Like fake limbs. I forgot what that's called. But I'm not really good at that. My specialty is buildings. Building buildings. Building buildings. Never said that out loud. But yeah, 5.7. My uncle actually concealed carries a 5.7 pistol, and I tried to send him some ammo from like PSA, and I think there's like their ammo that they make is like not designated like self-defense or whatever. So he's like, don't send me that silver piece of shit ammo. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but like here's some cheaper ammo. I don't know. I'm just trying to get you some decent ammo, bro. Prosthetics, yeah. I couldn't think of the name. Okay. Probably gonna be getting off of here. I'd say 11:30. I'm starting to hurt a little bit. But yeah, I would say my opinion, 308 is first, 5.56 is second, 9mm is third. Because you gotta have a pistol caliber that's versatile in here. And I think you could take 9mm pretty far, and it does have a lot of offerings and a lot of different loadings and stuff like that. Even a lot of different grain weights and shit like that. I'm looking into this 185 grain 9mm. But every time I go to buy it, it's out of stock. Let me give you like my brother. I don't know what that means. Let me give you a like. Oh, give you a like my brother. Okay. I appreciate it, man. I'm like, give me a like my brother. What is that? I'm pretty sure I've edited this into my one of my videos before. Huh. Yeah, I have. Yeah, Kimber 1911s are expensive though, man. My uncle has one or two. Yeah, they're pretty expensive though. Versatile, like, has to have a lot of different offerings, a lot of different grain weights, a lot of different applications, can be able to shoot it at various distances, and a lot of companies have to make it. And it has to be readily available too. readily available to a consumer like you and me. Because otherwise, what's the point? That's some good high quality H2O. Somebody the other day said my shit was green screen. I fucking died. I was like, yeah, I wish. Shit. Oh, y'all seen that new dance? Let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. I might make a video about that dance. I want to do it for real. Yeah, as far as pistol uses, I think 9mm wins. Birdshot, buckshot, slugs. Yeah. Yeah, 12 gauge. 12 and 20 gauge are pretty versatile. I would say they're number 4 on the list. Can I answer my own question? Oh, I can't. Yeah, I was saying, so 308, 5.56, 9mm, 12 gauge. And then number 5, that's a tough one. I would say I don't want to say 7.62 by 39 because it's not readily available like it used to be. Yeah, for sure. We're not talking about small game. We're talking about shooting people at distance and close up. We're not talking about game. We're not talking about hunting. But they do have hunting application for sure. Like 9mm, for example. Or, I mean, not necessarily. You can buy subsonic 5.56 and they have like hunting subsonic 5.56 that's really decent. And hunting small game for sure. Like, what factors mean the most? I would say probably the being able to shoot up close and distance, like that gap, probably like from like 100 to like 600 for rifles. I'll say like 1 to 3 for pistols, like the farthest I would go. And then like readily available. And most offerings, like a lot of companies have their offerings and different loads and stuff. Those are the two that are most important to me. I mean, but you can't really, versatility has nothing to do with price, but price is a big thing to me. That's why I'm not considering like 8.6 Blackout or 300 Blackout or 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.5 Arc because they're just too expensive and there's not a lot of companies making them. They're growing for sure, but you know, supply and demand. If there was a huge supply for it, then, or a huge demand for it, then everybody would be making 8.6 Blackout, and you know, but there's not. So, I mean, they're coming up though. They're coming up. Those are the what I call the exciting calibers, the calibers that people use to excite people. Like, man, you hear about that new Blackout series rifle that came out? Which one? The 300? No, the 8.6. Or the what was the other one? The new SIG caliber, the Fury 224 Fury. I thought that was like, yeah, I'm like, that sounds cool. In theory, it always sounds cool, but practical application almost never really pans out to what it's actually supposed to be. What's up, AA? Never seen 5.56 subs. Yeah, they got them. 223 and 5.56. I use those interchangeably, but yes, there are definitely 5.56 subs and 223 subs. They have expanding subs. They have frangible subs. They have
hollow tip subs, they probably have, those are probably like for hunting specifically. I know a company that makes them. I was just looking at them yesterday, literally yesterday. And yeah, they got them. They got the one that like pedals out. It's like a three pedals, and then it's like a hollow point in the middle, and they're definitely subs. They got 308 subs too. I'm checking them out because I'm about to make my own suppressor and buying some, so I was looking at who got subs and stuff. But yeah, they got them for sure. 77 5.6 is solid out to 500 yard. Indeed. And to be more specific, 77 open tip match 5.6. AAC has some really good 77 grain open tip match, and it's only like $10 a box for 20. It's pretty decent. I thought it was on sale at first, so I got a shit ton, and the sale's been going on forever. So I think that's just the permanent price, but they make people want to get it by saying this the sale price is going to end soon, and then people buy it and thinking it's not going to end when it's the regular sale prices. But I have seen it more expensive before that sale. I think it was like $11 a box before, almost 12. So I've been invested in that open tip, 77 open tip for sure. That is that their Saber ammo? No, that's not the Saber. The Saber's the black tip. That's just their regular. It's like their precision. Because AAC and Palmetto State, they're owned by the same people. AAC is like the sister company. So where are you getting them? Getting what? Where am I getting what, Tyler? A single rifle to do everything with will be 7.62 rifle. 7.62 by 39 or by 51? Because the 308 is very optimal, but to do everything with, I'm definitely not going 308. It's too heavy. Too heavy. I would probably go 5.56 for a do-all, for a GPR. I have a similar Jackal setup for my GPR, but no, I'm definitely going 5.56 for my GPR, for sure. Because you can definitely shoot it out to 1,000, 5.56 out to 1,000, and it's still lethal out to 1,000. It just doesn't have the knockdown power, but knockdown power isn't that important to me for that aspect, so I'm definitely taking my 5.56. I can carry twice the ammo, twice the accessories for half the weight of 308. Federal makes some good match to do through stuff as well. I think they make a 75 grain rounded and extremely accurate. Yeah, I believe it. Federal makes some really good ammo. 5.56 at less than 1,200 feet seems useless. I mean, yeah, but somebody was saying shooting game. They were talking about shooting small game. That's what it would be used for. Or just to be really quiet at like 300 yards and in. That would be pretty useful. Yeah, for like hunting. Yeah. I mean, you might not kill it with the first shot, but you got 30. So, or in my state, you can have as much as you want. So, explain knockdown power. Just the pounds per square inch when the target, like when it hits the target. So like 308 has a bigger bullet. So even if it's going the same amount, let's say 308 goes 2,500 feet per second, it's still gonna have more force on the target and like have more impact on it. And that comes into play when you're talking about defeating barriers, like going through cars, going through walls, stuff like that. But definitely better knockdown power. So from what I've seen in my experience, I think that knockdown power really comes into play when you're talking about how fast your target goes down. So you could get hit and feel it, and it'll take you a minute, and then you'll go down. Or if you get hit with a 308, you're not flying back, obviously, but you're gonna see your impacts on your target. They're gonna feel that shit, and it's gonna knock down power. So it's like more feet pounds per square inch on the target when it hits. So it's hitting harder with a heavier bullet. Heavier bullet, harder hits. Unless it's pistols, and then heavier bullets, it goes subsonic, like 45. I'm on 20%, guys. 5.6 subsonic ammo. Oh yeah. Let me see. What's the name of that? Called Beak ammunition, but I don't know if they had 5.56. I know they got 223 subs, but like I said, I use 223 and 5.56 interchangeably, so that's why you don't mess with that. 762 by 39 garbage. Yeah, I think 762 by 39 main. I'm gonna be building a longer range rifle with that to see how it is at distance. Um, Not at far distance, like probably furthest I'll shoot is like 400. But I definitely want to see its capabilities compared to like 5.56 or 308 because it's kind of in the middle of both. And but my main use for it is just range, ammo, range, fun. It used to be really cheap, but it's not no more. So yeah, that's the whole reason I bought an AK because the ammo was cheaper. Okay, both common rounds. Yeah, kinetic energy. Yeah, knockdown power, kinetic energy on target, foot pounds per square inch. All the same thing. Are both American rounds. Yeah, we didn't say they had to be foreign. And when you say American, you mean NATO rounds? Because yeah, they are. So is the 9mm too. If I'm not mistaken. There's no such thing as knockdown power, brother. I'm pretty sure there is. Yes, everybody knows what knockdown power is in the gun community. I mean, there's no such thing, but it's a very common phrase. And yes, it is. Tony, am I okay? I mean, I guess. Are you? Are you okay? You're an AR, so it's a liberated AK. Yeah, an AR AK is probably the next project I'm working on. Getting a great FN 510 tactical. Nice. Nice. Sorry. What's up, Tony? What's up, Cap? What's up, Shane? I've been trying to say more names more frequently. It's 11 already. Yeah, I'll probably, as soon as my phone hits 10, I'll probably get off of here. So y'all know. I gotta work out a little bit. That cold water hit different. Hit different. America! F yeah! Anyways. What's up, Rack Sheet? Raj? We'll say Raj. I feel like her name is too close to a cuss word. Close to a curse word, man. Pretty sure the phrase knockdown power came from people actually seeing targets be knocked down. Yes, there are 5.56. What's your... Okay, you guys say that again, Tyler. I don't know what you mean. What's your that's on rifle threat plates? I think you're trying to say what's your thoughts on rifle plates, like rifle threat levels. I personally go level 4 all the time, if that's what you're asking. Level 4 for everything. And I do like the ceramic, but I do metal. I got some metal level 4s too. They're heavy as shit, that's why I want ceramic, but, or not ceramic, it's like polyethylene or something like that. It's like a hybrid. Thoughts, yeah. I'll never go pistol only caliber. I'll always go level 4, always. it was level 5, I would go level 5. But yeah, and I always go front and then back. I even have some with the side and the shoulders, but that gets really heavy. Um, that's more like I got different loadouts for different stuff. That's more for like my tactical breacher, who's gonna be like the closest to an explosion if I ever have to breach a door or something like that. That's why I got the shoulder stuff right there instead of, make it to a track roll. And your shoulder plates and stuff. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, level 4 is where it's like my highest. I don't go, honestly. Anything past that, I probably wasn't meant to survive anyway. Because I'm not built. I'm not built for that. I've been training in my level 3s, or what is it, my level 3s are heavy as shit. They're like, bro, they feel like they're like 60 pounds, like front to back. I got some weights that I've been putting in my vest to just train and running around the neighborhood and stuff. Like, it's, man, yeah, them things ain't no joke. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I went level 4 ceramic. What LVPO you run on your AR? This is a Monstrum Tactical 1 to 10. Man, y'all ask questions and y'all don't check my channel or nothing. I got videos on this stuff, man. I've been asked the same question like 10 times just in this one video. It's crazy. Crazy, man. It's everywhere. Alright, y'all got 7%. Add to me whatever y'all want. Oh yeah, that's cool. What's your name? As Homegrown 85. Nah, it's all good. It's just everybody. That's the first question I had. Don't nobody ask about the Romeo and Juliet combo right here. 5X with the red dot. Sorry, this is bothering me. Yeah, y'all, make sure y'all got an IR patch if you're running any type of night vision or anything like that. So IR patch. Actually, I might run it back. Oh, no, that's right. That's where my strobe goes, my IR strobe. I still got dirt on this from the range. I know people that don't go to the range if it's raining. I'm like, shit, I'll go rain, snow, or sleet. I'm going in the snow this year. That's for sure, for sure. I can't wait to go in the snow and dive around. Love me some cold. Love me some cold, man. What's it at? Lazy ass in Arizona. Okay. Arizona home crew. Oh, makes sense. You got your SIG LVP. I think those SIG LVPs are overpriced. I don't know why. They're not even that much. I just think they are. But yeah, the Romeo and Juliet, it's not good for ranging. I didn't think about that until I took it to range, and I was like, well, how do I calculate my distance and hold for like my range that I'm at? And all you got is a dot in a circle. I'm like, I can't do that with this shit. Like, I gotta fucking guesstimate. I hit it like once out of like, I would say 20 shots. And because I didn't know where I was holding. That's why I gotta replace I think it's the Romeo. I gotta replace that with a ACSS red dot. Just so I can know where I'm holding it. Because otherwise, I don't know what freak I'm aiming in space. Literally empty space. Some water. I brought a water bottle. got a deal on mine from PSA. Yeah, they stay running deals. I think that's where, because this isn't my rifle. I think that's where he got his from. I think it was like a deal for like 150 or something like that. And they're usually like 250. The MSRP at least is like 250. I'm like, that's decent. That's a decent deal. Yeah, guys, I'm getting tired. I gotta work out and go to bed soon. Just an FYI. Man, I got 22 people in the chat, man. Drop a like, leave a comment. What y'all think is the most versatile caliber out there? And tomorrow we're gonna be. I might not do a live tomorrow. I might not do a live again until like Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, or technically today is almost Wednesday. Yeah. I think I need some more glue tape on that one. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, shit. Lifting them weights, man. Got me so. Let me fix that sling too. Alright, y'all. Probably getting off of here in like 5 minutes. Just an FYI. Get more water and I'm getting sleepy. Pogo One. Oh, sunglasses. It's my mask, man. You don't like it? Ah. Shoot, that felt good. Well, it's a Cyclops. I mean, that would be if I had an eye right there. Maybe. I think he meant Cyclops from X-Men, maybe? Not sure. Minutes and I'm out of here, guys. Two minutes and I'm gone. It's a 2-minute warning. All right, y'all. 1 minute, and I'm gone. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Peace. Oh man, I'll answer before you. It's PSA Jackal. This is my SPR. I got videos on both of my channel. Check it out. I'm getting off of here. All right.